Hello everyone, this is Rockshire Gaming. My name is Eric. Today we're going to be doing another unboxing of some content to go along with a game that we have barely covered on the channel, at least the original version of it. The sequel we've done much coverage on, but today we're going to be taking a look at some content packs for Zombicide Black Plague. Specifically, we're going to be taking a look at Pack 1, Pack 2, and Pack 3 of the Thundercats tie-in. That is right. Today we're going to be taking a look at the theme packs. Is that what these are called? Theme packs? Pack 3 just says Pack 3. Looking at the theme packs for Zombicide Black Plague. Also Green Horde, but they more mentioned Black Plague in here to add Thundercats to your game. As I said before, grew up in the early to mid to late 80s. This is when I grew up. I was born in the early 80s, but grew up more in the mid to late 80s. But I did watch various reruns of Thundercats. I had a ton of Thundercats toys growing up that I wish I still had. Had most of the main characters. I had the tank. I had the Sword of Omens. So I had a lot of stuff for Thundercats growing up. Not as much Master of the Universe stuff as I had, but a ton of it nonetheless. So let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 packs before we dive into these. I know we haven't done much other coverage on White Death. There's been a couple updates that have come out since. If you guys would like to see me look at the post-campaign updates, I can certainly go ahead and do that. There's really not too much new stuff that they're going to be talking about here soon. The only thing new, and I'll go ahead and talk about it now, as it sort of applies to this, is one, they have opened the Pledge Manager. So if you're watching this video and you watched all the White Death videos that we did, Zombicide White Death videos that we did, check your email. If you pledge for it, even if you pledge $1, you do have until August 18th to do that. That's my disclaimer for that. The other thing they mentioned in that update is that this pack, Mumm-Ra, in the original campaign for Zombicide White Death, they said that they were going to bring a bunch of the abominations and necromancers and create like separate decks for them, I guess to kind of make them work a little bit more like Undead or Alive works with their when you draw basically just a generic abomination, and you draw from another deck to find out which one it is instead of having them all mixed into the main deck. So when they did that and they talked about that originally, they showed Mumm-Ra in there, but then they changed the update that they did, and he wasn't in there anymore. And then there was question about whether or not he was going to do there. The newest update for Zombicide did state that Mumm-Ra's Necromancer and Abomination cards were going to be in the Frozen Fortress box for Zombicide White Death, so he's going to be in there. That's the other reason I went ahead and got these packs now, is because I wanted to play Mumm-Ra. So, and it's Thundercats. Who wouldn't want to play as the Thundercats? So, also with White Death coming out, you get to have a crossover between the Thundercats and the Ninja Turtles. It's going to be awesome. You can have Necromancer Shredder with Abomination Mumm-Ra. It's going to be great. So let's go ahead and take a look at these packs. First, starting with pack number 1, we'll put 2 and 3 over here so you can still see them. But pack number 1 has Lion-O, has Chitara, has Snarf, and Slythe. I can never remember the Jackalman's over there, but I know there's a third one. I just can't remember his name and where he is. But anyway, those are the characters that are going to be in this. Let's turn it over. Pack number 1, the races of Third Earth were unprepared for Mumm-Ra's sudden assault, and even more unprepared for the turn it took. For Mumm-Ra had mastered not only technology, but necromancy as well. If there's any hope for survival, Lion-O, Chitara, Snarf, and Slythe must battle against Mumm-Ra's zombie hordes for control of Thundera. Powerful artifacts will aid their battle, such as the Sword of Omens, the Claw Shield, Chitara's signature bow staff, and Slythe's custom battle axe, but in the end it will be their strength of will and fearsome resolve that sees them to victory. Requires a Zombicide Black Plague or Green Horde core box to play. That is everything in this, or the flavor text for this box. It's got 4 Survivor miniatures, 4 ID cards, and 5 mini cards. Let's go. Let's get this taken a look at here. By the way, also you have to be 14 to defend Third Earth. That's just what you have to do. How old do you have to be? Sorry, you're gonna get eaten by a zombie if you're not 14. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at this box right here. So, pretty good presentation here. That is what the inside of the box looks like. Now, I believe these characters, I read somewhere that they look more like... They look more like their, was it the 2011 Thundercat series more than the 1980s series, but that is okay. What I saw of that series, I thought it was decent. But yeah, unfortunately that did not last. Why do I feel like there's more than cards in here than I thought there would be? Ah, that's why. It's different languages. I was going to say, why do I have all these cards? That is weird. Yeah, so Chitara, Lino, Scythe, Snarf. Chitara, Lino, Scythe, Snarf. Chitara, Lino, Scythe. Yeah, that's the different languages. That was the weirdest feeling ever of thinking, why did I get so much extra stuff? So I'm going to take the other language cards and for the moment, and I'm going to put them over here. That's where I'm going to put them. So we're going to take a look at the different cards. We've got Chitara here, Scythe, and Snarf. We've got Chitara. This slot may hold Chitara's bow staff instead. There's that. This slot may hold the Sword of Omens or Claw Shield instead. Scythe's battle axe, and Snarf can hold a shield. That is all that slot can hold. So, and let's do some card artwork here. Lino's got Born Leader, +1 action, Destiny Roll. There's all those things right there. It's kind of an example of that, showing you what the abilities or swords and stuff like that look right there. And put that there for now. Let's take a look at the yeah, all the 4 cards. It should be 4 for each one of these various languages. I guess that's I guess they don't have to have a box for the different ones. I don't like, it's just interesting to me. Alright, so let's grab the ones we need. Pack 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's put all that over there. Alright, so pack 1. Let's see. Thundercats and the mutants made an uneasy truce to stop the zombie invasion. Use this pack in your Zombicide game. Simply shuffle the equipment cards with classic equipment deck. Any survivor may use the Thundercats' weapons. So it's not, I think in Turtles they basically established that those weapons go with the Turtles, whereas this one, anybody can, apparently anybody can grab the Sword of Omens, I guess. Brother in Arms. The survivors can use this skill whenever standing in the same zone as at least one other survivor. As long as Brother in Arms is active, each survivor in the zone, including the one with the skill, benefits from the indicated skill or game effect. So there is that there. There's an example right here of, well, that's not going to work, of the Sword of Omens right here. So you can take a look at that artwork. And one other one, because I don't want to show off everything. Let's go take a look at Chitara's bow staff, Game the Jump skill, and what that does. So that is pretty awesome. There, put that there, and then we'll come back here. And are you taped? Yes, you are taped. And we'll take a look at the actual miniatures before we move on to the other packs. Did I? Nope, I did not get through there. There we go. Ooh. How am I missing this piece of tape? There we go. Alright. Alright, so first we'll take a look at the leader of the Thundercats. There is Lion-O, holding his sword aloft, as all 80s leader heroes did back then. We've got Chitara right here. Snarf, who basically gets a shield. Snarf. And then finally Slythe. I gotta say, between this box, I think this one and Lion-O are probably my favorite sculpts. It's gonna be interesting to paint if I ever get around to painting them. So many games of miniatures. So yeah, there is that. Put that back in there and place those cards. And those cards, eventually I'll put all of them back, but for now, I'm just going to show you how that looks. I'll move that here with Lion-O. And then we'll go on to pack 2. This one has Panthro, Tigra, Jackalman, Wily Kit, and Wily Cat. The races of Third Earth were unprepared for Mumm-Ra's sudden assault, and even more unprepared for the turn it took. For Mumm-Ra had mastered not only technology but necromancy as well. If there's any hope for survival, Tigra, Panthro, Wily Kit, Wily Cat, and Jackalman must battle against Mumm-Ra's zombie horde for control of Thundera, powerful. Thundera, Third Earth, and Thundera, 2 different planets. Were they 2 different planets? Yeah, they went from Thundera and they landed on Third Earth. Powerful artifacts will aid in their battle, such as Tigra's Bolo Whip, Panthro's Nunchucks, and Wily Kit and Cat's clever bombs and chemical capsules. But in the end, it will be their strength and will and fearsome resolve and that sees them through to victory. Again, you have to be 14 years old to, I don't know, be a preteen in an 80s cartoon, I guess. I don't know. There you go. I'm talking about Wily Kit and Wily Cat. Let's see. Come on. Alright. So, here are your 500 various language cards here. So, let's go ahead and take a look at these. Panthro was always one of my favorite ones. I know the action figures, I don't know why Panthro was the coolest one. I don't know. I had Lion-O. Lion-O was okay. Had Tigra. He was alright too. Put those over there. But anyway, Panthro. This slot may hold Panthro's nunchucks instead. So there's an example of what his card looks like there. And then Tigra's Bolo Whip, Kit and Cat's bombs and capsules instead. And the slot may hold an axe instead for Jackalman. He just gets a random axe. So there is his card there. And actually, you know, I didn't show this off in the other one, but the full artwork is right here, which is cool for whenever, because like you look at this one, you don't see like the bottom half of his body, but when you see this one here, you're like, oh, I get to actually like figure out how to paint him if I want to paint the character, you know, the way the cards look and everything. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, that is awesome. Let's see, hit and run, low profile. So I'm sure there's somewhere that tells me what these abilities do. But yeah, so there is those character cards. Let's go over here and take a look at the 5 billion equipment cards that come with this. Again, it threw me off. Had to look at it for a second to figure out, oh yeah, it's all the other languages that are presented on the box. So let's go ahead and take out the ones we need. Nope, don't need that. Alright. Put that big giant pile there. And pack number 2, Thundercats and Mutants, uses pack. And there's Brother in Arms, Battle Rage, and Double Cast. I'm not going to read what they do because it's just going to be a lot more of me reading. Panthro's Nunchuck. There's 2 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It says 7 cards. It says 6 mini cards on here. I don't know if I got an extra one. Let me. Nope, you just get 2. Did he have 2 sets of nunchucks? Shows one. I thought he only had one set of nunchucks in the show. Maybe he had two. If you have both nunchucks, add +1 die to each nunchuck. Okay, it'd help if I read the darn cards, I guess, huh? So there's that example of that. +5. That's crazy. Tigra's Bolo Whip, Kitten Cats, Bombs, and Capsules. Discard this card. Choose a zone at range 0 to 1. Zombies in this zone can't activate this round. So it's a little bit like the Vade Retro when playing through Undead or Alive. It's my point of reference because I haven't played through Black Plague yet. But alright, so there's an example of the cards from Pack 2. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the characters in Pack 2 that are taped. Of course they are taped. I think I need a new blade finally for this knife. So, anyway. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And we've got Panthro right there. I actually really like that one. And then let's go with Tigra. Ooh, the whip moves around a little bit, so it's good for painting because you can actually get under that a little bit. You have to move it, but you can get under it. He is with his Wolverine haircut, looks like. Wolverine with a 3-clawed whip. And you're going to go back in there. We'll take a look at Wily Kit and Wily Cat. There's those two. And then finally, Jackal Man. Right there. With no special weapons for his own, just an axe if you just decide to ever give him one. So there's that. There's those cards there. There's our weapons. And oh, that goes back in there. And yeah, that is it for pack number 2. And then finally, we'll go with pack number 3, the main, for Zombicide, main reason why I, and probably a few other people after White Death came out, or was released, or the new update came out, why a lot of people were probably hunting this one down, is because they wanted to add just another monster to their game. Let's see. Oh. You know what? I'm opening this up and I didn't read the back of it. Thundercats, pack number 3, Mumm-Ra and Mumm-Ra Abomination and Necromancer. So 2 different versions of Mumm-Ra. In the whole of Third Earth, there are none so vile as the evil Mumm-Ra, one of the most ancient servants of the spirit of evil. Mumm-Ra's mastery over magic and technology has given him fearsome powers beyond anything the denizens of Thundera could have imagined. And now, with his ultimate plan wreaking untold destruction across the world, Mumm-Ra takes to the field to command his zombie hordes as a necromancer, or form the forefront as the mighty abomination. The Thunderans shall bow before the might of Mumm-Ra, and the power stone shall be his. Okay? So there is that. Now we'll try to actually open the box. Come on. Alright. So let's go ahead and take a look at the 50 Mumm-Ra cards that are in here. Don't know what I'm going to do with all these cards. I mean, I'll leave them in the box once I get done with everything, but, you know, doing this unboxing and everything, but it's funny. Like, I can see them doing that with, like, a smaller expansion like this. It would be hilarious if they did it with a main box. I know they have to have various language editions of, like, the big boxes. So, let's see. There's that. Alright. So, finally figured it out. So, these all go over here. These are all Mumm-Ra's. I'm assuming, I'm not sure which kind of card this is. Mumm-Ra the Undying is on the loose and trying to retrieve the Eye of Thundera. To use this pack in your Zombicide game, simply shuffle the zombie cards with the zombie deck. Whenever you draw a Mumm-Ra Necromancer card, remove it from the game. So there's the rule cards for it. Special rules: Mumm-Ra Abomination, experience provided, damage to destroy, death, damage dealt, actions, range. And I'm assuming this is just a special rule card. I don't know if this is the actual, I don't know why I'm putting them on top of the box. I don't know if that's the actual spawn card. So there's that, and then we've got 4 Mumm-Ra Necromancer cards. Right here, if Mumm-Ra Necromancer is already on the board, replace it with Mumm-Ra Abomination. Otherwise, spawn Mumm-Ra Necromancer. You know, if I would read stuff beforehand, I wouldn't know. 2 examples in this video alone. Yeah, so if Mumm-Ra Necromancer is already on the board, replace it with Mumm-Ra Abomination. Otherwise, spawn Mumm-Ra Necromancer. So there is that one right there. Card number 367, and how that one works. And you've got 4 of those in the deck. So there is that. So that is how he spawns currently in Black Plague. In Green Horde, he will have different spawning abilities, I'm assuming in White Death, and looking over, he does, and I'll read those off here in a minute. Special rules: Mumm-Ra Abomination, like I said, experience provided 5 points, damage dealt 3, damage dealt 2, damage to destroy 3, damage dealt 2, actions 2, range 0 to 1. When defeated, place Mumm-Ra Necromancer on the closest spawn zone. If the Sword of Omens is in play, Mumm-Ra Abomination will move towards it. So there is that. Now those things change. They do have it posted here. Mumm-Ra Necromancer. Whenever you draw a Necromancer card and Mumm-Ra Necromancer is on the board, replace Mumm-Ra Necromancer with Mumm-Ra Abomination instead. Okay, so that's whenever any Necromancer card, when you draw a Necromancer card. So with the new rules, anytime you just draw a Necromancer card, he just transforms into Mumm-Ra. And then the Mumm-Ra Abomination, actions 2, wounds inflicted 2, attacks at range 0 to 1, and then when defeated, spawn Mumm-Ra Necro on the closest spawn zone. If the Sword of Omens is in play, Mumm-Ra moves toward it. So yeah, that's going to be how that runs. So I don't know if I guess you're not, yeah, so I guess you're still doing it to work, because in this one, you're basically just spawning him as a Necromancer, and he will transform into the Abomination at some point and then go back and forth. So it looks like it's the same thing over there. It'll be interesting to see how all that plays. It'll be interesting to see how this plays in Black Plague. We do need to play a game of Black Plague on the channel. I know one of the top videos in our catalog right now is the Black Plague unboxing. I've just been so dragging my heels on even doing a Black Plague game in the first place. But it'll be cool to see that. I do want to play some games regular of Black Plague before I throw down with the Thundercats and see how they play. If you have already played this game with the Thundercats characters, and you can suggest either a scenario in the box currently that would be good for the Thundercats characters to kind of show off both Mumm-Ra and the Thundercats themselves, or if there's other scenarios out there that would be used for them, then let me know in the comments below. So we're going to go start with the Necromancer version of Mumm-Ra right here. And again, there's precedent in the original cartoon for Mumm-Ra going from like looking like an old mummy to like his other form. So there's that. And then probably my favorite sculpt of this whole entire unboxing, there is Mumm-Ra the Abomination. That's gonna look awesome, and I like that a lot. Wish the cape on the back was slightly more textured, but that will be fine. That will be fine to paint whenever I eventually can paint something. But anyway, that is everything in these boxes for Zombicide, Black Plague, Green Horde, White Death. Whichever one this goes with, whichever one you're going to play it with, the Thundercats tie in. I am very stoked, very excited to play with all 3 of these. This will be fun. I know Jake's already excited to play with this. I don't know. I haven't talked to James about it, but this is going to be pretty awesome. So I can't wait for it. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. Like I said, let me know what scenario in the Black Plague book would be perfect for this. I don't have Green Horde, unfortunately. And then, like I said, we're definitely gonna do some Turtles crossover with some Thundercats on there. So that will be awesome. But yeah, in the meantime, go ahead, like the channel, or like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.